Here we are painting on a watering can. Now I'm turning this stencil upside down just so I can undo these leaves, just because I kind of tore this down at the bottom. So I'm going to make these leaves first, and then I'm going to turn it upside down and make the bumblebee and the leaves at the bottom. And how you stencil, it takes practice, but you put paint on your brush and then you take most of it off so that you can do a real fast little pouncing up and down to get your design on without going under the stencil. And then you can go back until it's as dark or as light as you want it to be. But you can also cut this out in vinyl and stick it on, but I do like the stenciling. I do like the stenciling, but you can do either or, and you can also do, of course, the iron-on if you want to use something similar to this on a pillow. I cut this out of cardstock on my silhouette, and I'm going to show you what this first part looks like. There you go, and you can see it's not completely perfect, but this is, once it dries, I'm probably gonna sand over it a little bit, and that will disguise some of the spots. And some of the spots are so light that once I sand over it, it's not going to show. But this is for outside anyway, and imperfections are part of the look for when you're painting. It looks more handmade. They know it's handmade and not just copied and pasted on. All right, now we've done the bottom leaves and part of the bumblebee, and then I just want to come in with a little bit of yellow. Not a lot, but a little bit of yellow, and then we're just gonna give it a little to give it a little dimension. And we're going to go back in and make these parts black with a tiny little stencil. Now it's time to reveal what it's gonna look like. And there you go. A little bit of French Country. What do you think? Let me know in the comments what you think. If you like it, or if the bumblebee in this case should be all black or with the touches of yellow. Let me know what you think in the comments. All right, now on here we're going to do the same thing, but I'm going to take a little of the black paint and paint around these edges. Now, a lot of people make these 3-tiered trays. I just took some candlesticks. I put this bottom layer is a pizza pan, 2 candlesticks, and then these are covers for the stove top covers that I bought at the Dollar Tree. So this was $1, but these 2 together were $1, and then each of these candlesticks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, $5 for this. And I'm going to make it look French country by putting a little bit of a black edge on here. I'm just going to use the edge of the paintbrush to go around the edge, and it doesn't matter if it's a little bit messy, because that's again what gives it its authentic. It's supposed to look like enamelware, and enamelware has some imperfections. As long as you put a nice coat of black around these edges, and it's probably easier to use a sponge. Probably easier to use a sponge, but I'm just going to use the edge, the side of my paintbrush, and just go around. Now, over time, this will wear. Let me get a paper towel. Sorry to get in front of the camera. Oh. But you can clean some of it off as you go. And matter of fact, maybe I can even do a better job using a paper towel. But it works. Just paint along the edge. And not worrying about your mistakes. Because that's what gives it that nice French rustic. That's what gives it that rustic appearance. And then just kind of smearing and smearing, giving it that rustic look. All right, and now I'm going to do the same thing I did to the watering can. Except I think I'm not going to use the tape. I'm just going to try to. Now, if you struggle with this in any way, you can use a spray adhesive. To hold your stencil down, but this time I'm just going to do a little bit of a light stenciling here. There we go. This is what it looks like. And then we're going to do this, the leaves on this side. There we go. And we have a nice French Country 3-tiered stand. All right, guys, I hope you like this video, and I will show you how I have decorated this 3-tier stand a little bit later, and I hope you enjoyed this video.